some of my classes are online and some of them just meet on campus. And so I'm showing this first with starting on Blackboard, but the rest of the video will apply to everyone. If you're on Blackboard, you may want to access your My Labs Plus right from the Blackboard site. If that's the case, you want to click on My Labs Plus in the bottom of the buttons. Okay, and that will take you to the home page where you sign in for My Labs Plus. And I'm going to go ahead and sign in. When you sign in there, you use your student number as your username, and then your password the first time is password, and then you change it right away to something else. And I'm going to go ahead and put my password down if I can remember it. Now let me make a comment here first. I have been trying to make this video all day and I've run into a lot of trouble with the browsers, and just now I couldn't get Chrome to work with Blackboard or with anything. So right now I'm using Internet Explorer and it's working, so I'm going to just keep my fingers crossed. At any rate, I'm hitting enter and there it is, and you should be able to see your courses. And I'm going to pick 0071 there just to go into it, and this is the screen. Now I wanted to show you a couple things about the screen here, and well, once you're in here, I guess I wanted to be able to go back to if I go back to the home screen, or if I sign out here. Nope, I can't get back into Blackboard. I was wondering. But at any rate, you can get into My Labs. I think in Chrome I can move back and forth, but I see that the home disappeared here. Alright, well that's how you get to My Labs directly from Blackboard. Now I'm going to close this window. I'm going to close it completely anyway. And I'm going to open Internet Explorer. And I'm going to go directly into My Labs Plus by going up to the let me go ahead and make a smaller screen here. And I'm going to key in just PGCC. It didn't go right, did it? PGCC dot mylabsplus.com. Hit enter, and that should take me to the same sign-in screen, and I'm going to go ahead and sign in. For most of you, this will be the way that you get into My Labs Plus, because most classes do not use Blackboard. And I just want to show you where to find things so you can get started here. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into it. And with luck, everything's going to work. I'm going into the 0071 class, but the 031 and 0104 done the same way. So let's see what happens. Let's see what's around here. First of all, on at the top of the screen, it says Hello Roxanne. There's a help and support button. You can sign out, and I'm looking on the left here. When I hit DVM 071, nothing happens. Oh, something did happen. It just came up with a blank screen. I hit Module 5 like I was starting the course, and something will happen. Okay? Let me see. Alright, and you can see some topics came up, and a screen comes up, and it's highlighting Module 5 there. The first thing there is to take a pretest. Now, I already took this a few minutes ago, and it should show me my score in it, which is 0, I think. See score? 0%, because I didn't answer any questions. But you can't do any homework or anything in the course until you get that pretest taken. So when you come in here the first day, you click on it, it's not going to let you take it at home. It's not going to let you take it in the classroom unless I'm giving it to you, because it's going to ask for a password. It's for online courses. It's going to be taken in the testing center, where you have to have your ID with you, your student ID, and you also have to have a quarter for locker and your permission slip. And your testing permission slip is already available. It's online under documents, and I'll show that in the other video. Alright, so that you can go and take it right away as soon as the college is open and the snow stops. Okay. Alright, so I already took that. So I'm ready to start topic 6.5, which is the first one. Notice it's module 5, but it's topic 6.5 and then 10.5. These topics are from an ebook, and we didn't go in the same order that the book did. And I had students that would just start a topic and just keep going. You don't want to do that. You want to just go to, all right, let's act as though we're going to do this here. And first thing we'll do is go to the e-text. Okay, and it's going to come up. And I'll show you in a minute. Now this is the actual book on the left here. And it's got all this stuff, and we're in 6.5 of it. You can get rid of this because we're not going to use it really. You just click on this arrow here. Excuse me, I clicked on the wrong thing. Right here. Wait a minute. I wanted to get rid of it. There. Now, I got rid of it a minute ago. I'm not doing too good right now. Let's just not worry about it. Let me go back. Back this way a little to where I was. Alright, 6.5. Now this, you can navigate with this bar here. It'll move one way, and this one here will move the other way. Now when you're working, you want to have your guided notes at your side. So I've got the guided notes down here somewhere. I'm going to pick them up. Right here. And so this is the guided notes for 6.5. And I'm going to be looking around. Like the first thing there is, what does squaring a number mean? So that's the first thing I've got to write in my guided notes. Let me put it out of sight a little. The first page says things you need to know. This is not 6.5 yet. It's stuff from previous chapters, but maybe you forgot it. How to use the inequality symbols to compare numbers. You can click there and it'll show it to you. Find the area of a rectangle. This symbol here means there's a video about this right here. If you click on this right here, up pops a video. And it'll go over that concept for you. Right here means there's an animation. Since I've never seen an animation, all right, let's select one. You can see it's bear with me, I've never seen an animation. Aha. Alright, now I know what an animation is. So animations are under the animation, videos under the videos, and videos and animations are all over the place. This is what you have instead of a teacher. And it is a teacher, because that is an actual teacher from a community college doing that video. A team of teachers from another community college wrote this e-text. Alright, so, alright, now I know everything there, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So move to the right, and the first part, there's 4 objectives in 6.5. Find square roots, approximate square roots, use the Pythagorean theorem, and solve applications using the Pythagorean theorem. I'm not going through this whole thing, but I want to just show you how to get started. So find square roots. You actually have to read this, okay? Now if you can push this thing here. There you go. I did it. You can fill it up and make bigger print. These pages aren't very long. And in this topic, we continue our work, blah, blah, blah. Okay, first we need to study square roots. We saw in topic 1.4 that the area of a rectangle can be found by multiplying the length and width. Okay, so we keep moving. We had this thing about, if I bring back my notes here, the first thing it asked me, remember, was, what does squaring a number mean? Okay, so the area of a square is given by s times s, and you keep reading. That is why we say that squaring a number means to multiply the number by itself. There it is, right there. So you would take your notes and write in here that squaring a number means to multiply the number by itself. Now, this is a PDF file, and I can't really write on it, but you have to fill in that right there on your notes. The notes have to be totally filled in before you do the homework. They are graded, and you have to have at least a 90%, which means you better not miss anything. Get 100%, because everything comes right out of the e-text. All right, and so you're filling in your notes, and the notes go right along with the e-text, and you go from one page to the next doing that. When you get to an example, let me move ahead and finding an example. Here's an example. You can see there's a video to go with it. So they usually give you some reading, all right, but there'll be a video for showing each example. It'll show those 3 problems there, and then they're written in the e-text too, and you probably have to put 1 or more of them on your guided notes, and then you keep going and finish everything. Some of this relates to the calculator, and this picture here comes from a TI-83 or 84 plus calculator. That's what it would look like on our calculators. And in Module 5, you certainly be using the calculator. And so you will work to the end of this section. Okay, and at the end of every section, there's short pages, so don't panic here. An exercise set. And you can see each exercise set has a little video assigned to it, and it has a you try it to see if you understand it. Now, not only that, but the exercise that you have to do are not these, but you may end up doing these, or you could do them for extra practice. And the answers to these are available in the course documents, and I will be showing you where they are. Okay, so let's go ahead back now, because you see where the e-text is, and once you get to the exercises, you're done with that. So you go up to the top here and close out the Pearson e-text, and you're back to step 2. And step 2, after filling in your notes with e-text and doing a little practice so you're ready for the homework, is to go to the homework. And this is for every section. And so up comes the homework list. And notice that you are now in the assignment list part of the course, and you're in the Module 5 assignments. Notice that I could pick quizzes and tests, and it'll list all the quizzes and tests in order. And you also can see your grades over there. So you can take your, this is an opportunity, a place where whenever you're there, you can fill out your checklist. Like if you get a grade on something, you should put it in the score column, and you should just go down and keep filling out the checking things off, and make sure you get your notebook checked when you get to that point. I will be explaining about the second week how to do notebook checks. I can do them with online students as well as in-class students. All right, so I wanted to show you your checklist because that should be in your notebook in front of your module. And your module, the notebook, really you should only have the module you're working on. There's 13 modules. You don't want to carry that all around with you. Just the one you're working on, and you keep all your homework in it and whatever. I'm going to talk about homework right now. And when you're done with it and you've got your passing grade for it, put it on the shelf. You may need it for reference, but you're not going to be graded on it again. All right, I'm going to put this back down there. All right, so let's go back to homework here. And we need the homework for this 6.5 that we just did. And those, so the homework problems, there's 10 of them. Now, some of them have videos to go with them. That's kind of nice. You can see those little icons next to each one. All right, so you have to do all of those. And I'm going to question 1. Now, when you actually do this and take the pretest, you may have green checks next to every one of those. It says evaluate the following square root. Now, you have to find the square root, and I don't have my calculator out right now, but what do I think it is? I don't know. All right, let me see. 24 maybe? 24. 25 is 620. I'll try 24. So you go to this box here, and I'm not sure what it is. I got to tell you that. 24, and you hit check answer. Nice work, boy, am I lucky. And it's okay. All right. So, and then I've got number 1 right. You want to get 100 on this. If you don't get at least a 90, you can't go on to the next assignment. You can't go anywhere. Homework requires a 90. Quizzes are just like this. The difference between homework and a quiz is if you didn't get it right, you could ask for a similar exercise down here, get another chance. I know this answer, it's 15. Okay? And check the answer until you get it right. Then go on to the next problem, because you want them all right. You can, if you get it wrong, over on, let me pull this down. If you get it wrong, over on the left side of the screen, you have a bunch of things that'll help you. You can help me solve this. You can view an example. You can go to the part in the e-text. You can connect to a tutor. If there was a video, it would show up right here. This is numbered 1. We're still on number 1. Let's go to 2. So I think 2 had a video. I don't see a video. At any rate, textbook, connect to a tutor, view an example. All right, so they'll give you an example of a problem with similar numbers. Connect to a tutor. That's, you have 30 minutes, 1 session with a tutor you can have, or you can have a chat tutor. Ask my instructor. That's real nice because it sends me an email through this right to my college email, and it's got a picture of the problem. And I usually send you back a video or some information. But I expect you to have already done your e-text. I may say, look at this problem in your e-text. It's just like it. And if you already have it in your notes, then you really ought to be able to do it. But if there's a lot of problems that give a lot of students troubles. And I will be sending you videos back, PDF videos that you can just look at. So if you send me Ask My Instructor, you can write a little note with it, but it's going to take a picture of that problem and send it to me. And it'll send me your answer if you put one in and got it wrong. Alright, so you know how to do the homework. Now basically the difference between homework and a quiz is you don't have all this stuff on the right side and you don't get another chance, and that doesn't tell you if your answer's right or wrong. When you do a quiz, you see a problem, you go to the next problem, no green checks. At the very end of it, you've got to get 85% to move on. So when you do a quiz, you should study first. You should have your notes by your side because it is open book. It's an opportunity for you to review. You shouldn't go in with the idea, maybe I'll get it, maybe I can take the quiz 10 times. You don't get 10 chances. You get 2 chances. And then I give you extra work to do. So have good notes. Have all your homework shown in your notebook. When you do an assignment like this one here, you write every problem on paper and you put those papers right behind the course notes for 6.5 with everything shown step by step. Otherwise, you're not going to get your 90% on your notebook. You're going to be sent back to do all those problems again. All right, now let's go ahead and close this out because I've kind of talked to you about how to do an assignment right now. Uh-oh. Let me see. Yeah, I want to get off that page. That's just, leave the page. And so you can see a green check there. Now, if you've taken your pretest, all of these may have green checks, or there may only be 1 or 2 problems. It's a good idea to look at your grades first before you start the homework, because anything that has a 90, you can just put the 90 right on your sheet. And any quizzes with an 85, just put it right on your this sheet right here in the grade score column. You can see here that quizzes have to have a minimum of 85, homework 90, and the test 80. So when you get a score that goes on this paper, it has to be that minimum, or you don't put it on the paper, because you can't go forward until you get the minimum on anything. And once you get the minimum on the test or pretest, you're done with that module and you're off to another module. All right, so I think that might be it. Let me think just for a second. Yeah, because this kind of shows you where to get your materials, where to get your tests. If I went down here, let me see this a second here. I can't remember right where the, let's see. I think, let me check right here. I'm looking at 14.4 here. Task. I'm trying to find where the mid-module quiz is right now. See this. Okay, yeah. Here's the mid-module quiz. So you see at the mid-module quiz, it's coming after 14.2. 14.2 is about 5 assignments down. And it's going to cover everything on those first 5 assignments. And you have to get an 85 on it, and it's your first quiz if you're in 0071. In 0031, there's one about 5 down too. And it covers the first 4 or 5 assignments, and it's kind of like a review. So you want to have everything ready. Well, when you're doing the quiz, you got to do that on paper too. And every problem's got to be shown and put neatly into your notebook right after 14.2. So everything you do in here is done on paper. You got to leave a paper trail in math. It's a lot easier to go back and study your guided notes than it is to go back and do this whole e-text over again to get ready for a test. So you want to have good notes. A hint to you, when you get to a problem that you don't know, put a star next to it, okay, or that you had trouble with. So that's one that you'll be extra careful about studying. All right, now when you go down to the end, the very last topic here, 14.8, that is also going to have a quiz. It's called a summary quiz. And you take the summary, no, not the summary quiz, take the end of module quiz, step 3, which is going to be after the homework, and it's going to be on everything since the mid-module quiz, the last maybe 5 sections. And then after that, there's a summary quiz that does the whole module, and you've done the 2 quizzes before that, so you've got them in front of you, you've got all your homework, your notes. You should be able to do well if you take good notes and write all your homework down on paper. Otherwise, you'll be taking it over and over. Now, let me just make mention, if you have to do something over and you've run out of attempts, now let me just go in here and show you the summary quiz. See, I'm trying to get to it. All right, it shows you the time limit, shows you the number of attempts you have. At the summary quiz, you have 2 attempts. 2 attempts. If you use 2 attempts up and don't get your 85%, you have to contact me by email, hopefully, or phone immediately. Okay? And you need to hear from me what you have to do before you get another attempt. If I were you, I would start doing a correction sheet right away. Correction sheets are available online in the section where the documents are. And you need to do it really neatly. You need to show how to check your problem, and you need to come up with a plan in sentences of how you're going to do it differently the next time. If you have not been attending regularly, haven't been doing your homework on a regular basis, I'm going to require extra work from you because you need to keep on task to get through this course. All right, so at the time when you ask for an extra attempt, I will be checking your attendance. I will be checking your work in class to see where you are, see if you're behind schedule, you have a schedule to keep up with, and I'll also be looking for your correction sheet, which would be a good idea to send it to me right when you ask for the extra attempt, because you know I'm going to ask for it. You can take a picture of it with your phone and send it to my email address. Attach a note, I need an extra attempt for this. Or and take, if it's 2 pages, take 2 separate pictures and make sure you can see them, because I have to look at them and look at the problems. All right? Okay, that's it for this demonstration. If you have questions, you can send me an email or you can call me. I will be doing another demonstration in a minute, and that's going to talk about the other features that we use at this website.